to the channel. We really appreciate you guys being here. Today we're in Minturn, Colorado, right outside of Vail, to give you guys the grand tour of the van. So we're going to start with the outside of the van. This is a 2023 Ram Promaster. It's a 136, so it's the shorter of the two builds, which is perfect for me, just by myself. One person, it's amazing. When Samantha and Huna and I are balled in here, it's a little tight, but that's alright. So, as I said before, this is a 2023 Ram Promaster 136. I love this van. It's super easy to drive. It's fuel efficient for what it is. I mean, I usually get like 18 to 20 miles to the gallon for a big van like this. That's really good. Easy to park, very comfortable for long distance road trips. And the van builder is called Wayfarer. They're out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, and we just love their builds because it's so simple. You can move all the furniture around, and it's very easy to fix and repair. And those guys are amazing. We've been to their factory several times to get some new items installed on the van, and they're just the nicest people. And I can't say enough good things about Wayfarer and this van. So starting with the outside of the van, we have two 200-watt solar panels on the roof that keeps everything charged up. It's directly connected to the power station inside the van, keeps everything running. We have two max air fans on the roof. It's great for ventilation, great in the summertime. So for the winter time, I just recently put these Blizzak snow tires on. This thing is amazing in the snow. Even though it is two-wheel drive, it does really good. It's heavy, it's front-wheel drive. With the snow tires, it just crushes it. I've had no trouble whatsoever so far this season. So now we're going to make our way to the inside of the van. We do have these two windows that were an aftermarket accessory. The van did not come with these side windows. So starting on the inside of the van, we have this swivel seat here. Swivel this around for you. This is perfect for when me and Samantha are eating dinner. One of us can hang out here. The other one sits here on the boot box, which also doubles as our toilet, which I can show you. So we do have a Dometic toilet in here. It's a cassette toilet. This thing is awesome. It flushes. It's really amazing. It's been a huge upgrade to the van. So now I'm going to show you guys the galley area. This is where we do most of our cooking. It has a sink here. The top of the sink doubles as a cutting board. We also have another cutting board in here. We have a lot of different cooking equipment in here. And that's the sink. And then this piece folds up like this. So then you have all this extra space. This is usually where I put the one burner stove. We have all these little bins here for storage. In a small space like this, storage is key. So being organized is really important. More storage here. So this is where we store all of our kitchen supplies under here. And the cool thing about this van is it has these really neat latches, just like this. We just love the simplicity of this van. I mean, it's amazing. But yeah, under here we store like all of our pots and pans, our dishes, our cutting boards, all that stuff is stored under there. Underneath here is our two 5-gallon tanks, fresh and gray water tanks for the sink. So this is my 12-volt fridge. I love this thing. I've had it since I got the van. This thing's been amazing so far. It's a 30 liter, I believe, and yeah, it has worked flawlessly ever since I got it. So I really love it a lot. So this is where we store all of our cooking equipment. So we have this little rice cooker, which is good for a variety of different things. It's not just for cooking rice, but you can make soups and stuff in here. Hey, this is like $20 at Walmart, and I've used this thing a ton. We have this little kettle, which I use pretty much every single day. We have the one burner stove. I'll show you guys this. This comes out. You just flip this over. Boom, and you're ready to cook. This thing is amazing. It runs on butane, and it's really awesome. We love this thing. I use it all the time. And so the last appliance we have is this toaster oven. It does pull a lot of wattage, so we try not to use this for too long of a time, because it does use a lot of power from the power station. And then all of our appliances plug in right here. We have all these plugs, and then this runs directly into the power station down below. So as I talked about earlier, we do have the two Max Air fans. One right here. This is what it looks like from the inside. Right here. And we have these really nice covers. These really nice covers that go over the top of the fans, which adds a little extra insulation. Just pop in just like that. So the second fan is over the bed. These fans have multiple different settings, and they're super quiet. You can blow them in or out. So in the summertime, when it's hot and you're sleeping at night, you can turn the fan on and have the air blowing on you, and it's really nice. It's almost like having AC in here. And then we have these really nice puck lights in the ceiling, and these are on a dimmer switch, so they're all the way up right now. And then we've got this little switch here, and you just hold it down and the lights dim down or dim back up. So this is the thermostat for our Propex heater. This van is heated. It's a propane heater. This thing is amazing, especially in the wintertime. It'll generally keep the van about 40-45 degrees warmer than it is on the outside of the van. All you do to turn it on is just hold this little flame button right here. And then the heat kicks on, just like that. And you can either run it all night, or it has this little button right here that you can set a timer. It can come on like 2 to 3 hours before you get in the van, so the van is nice and warm when you get in. And then it will cut off several hours after if you don't want to run it all night. So this is the vent for the heater. That's where all the warm air blows out. And it usually uses about 1 pound of propane every 3 hours, so it's really efficient. The van came with 2 5-pound propane tanks, but I added an additional 15 pounds, and now we have a total of 25 pounds of propane, which lasts for several weeks. So moving along to the sleeping area. This is a standard size bed. It's just a tiny bit smaller than a queen. It's perfect for 2 people. It has a 6-inch memory foam mattress. And I have an additional 1-inch memory foam on top of that, and it is so comfortable. I sleep better in here than I do in a normal bed most of the time. I mean, it's so nice. It's so cozy. So the bed sits on this platform, and we added 2-inch spacers to raise the platform up so that Samantha and I can get both of our bikes underneath the bed. 2 long travel mountain bikes fit perfectly underneath here with the 2-inch risers. It was super easy to install. It took us like 10 minutes. Samantha and I added these tiles on both of the walls this summer just to give it a little more of like a homey feel. I think it adds a lot. It's really just kind of gives the van more of that little home feel to it, I feel like. So the van came originally with these shelves like this. So it's 3 of these, which they're okay. They're not the greatest for storing things, especially when you're driving. Things tend to slide off. We did get this upgraded cabinetry here, which has been amazing for storage. These things are huge. They go way back, and then you just have all your clothes in here. I put these bins in here for extra organization, but we're eventually planning on replacing at least probably this one with another cabinet like this, possibly the other shelf as well. So the really nice thing about these Wayfarer vans is that everything in here is modular, which means that you can pretty much move all the furniture around. You can install cabinets like this one. I installed this by myself. You can pretty much take anything out and move anything around in these vans with a 9/16 wrench. So now we're going to show you how we close the van up at night when we're sleeping. So we have the swivel seat swiveled around right now, but so we'll just swivel this around, and then these curtains come down here on both sides, and then there's two pieces of Velcro right here, and these just Velcro just like that. It comes down on the other side as well. You just slide the bed forward, and then we also have curtains on both sides of the windows. These just unclip, roll down, and then you're fully self-contained, fully sealed in here. Nobody knows you're in here. Complete privacy. It's really nice.
Yep.
So this is our 1500 watt power station. It's a Yeti Goal Zero. This came with the van, and this thing provides tons of power. And the Goal Zero charges in two different ways. So it will charge off of the alternator from the van whenever you're driving. Also, the 200 watt solar panels are also wired directly into the power station. So when you're not driving, it's charging as long as it's sunny out. Now let's move to the back of the van, where we store things like mountain bikes, skis, camping equipment, propane tanks, and all other things that need to go under the bed. So we added all these little extra hooks for extra storage. You can hang all kinds of bags and stuff on there. We also we just got a little shoe rack from Walmart and then turned it down. And we can put tons of stuff in here in the summer and the winter. I put tons of bike stuff in here in the summertime, and then I put all my gloves, my goggles, and all kinds of stuff like that in here in the winter. So this is the garage area of the van. We can fit so much stuff under here. In the summer we put two mountain bikes. We have two mounts that go right here, and the mountain bikes just mount to this L-track system that came in the van. So you can mount all kinds of different things on these tracks, and this is where we have the mounts for the mountain bikes. This is what's called a wheel well box. Inside this box is where the propane tanks are. There's two propane tanks under here for the propane heater. And then I just drilled a little hole in the side and ran one of these little connectors out to add an additional 15 pounds of propane, since I do live in here full time and it gets very cold in the winter. So we can put a ton of stuff on top of this box. We keep all sorts of stuff up here. Well, that's the end of the van tour. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys found this video helpful, please share this video with anyone you think might benefit from it, and like and subscribe to our channel. And as I said, we really appreciate you guys being here, and we'll see you guys in the next video.